Every single day, the dialysis industry earns billions of dollars keeping seniors alive, but barely living. What they don't tell you is this: dialysis isn't just treatment, it's a trillion-dollar global business built on keeping kidneys sick, not saving them. In fact, kidney failure has become one of the most profitable exports of modern healthcare. Machines are shipped worldwide, contracts are signed, and patients are locked into a lifetime of 3, 4, even 5 sessions a week, each one raking in profits while draining their bodies and souls. Here's the terrifying truth. Right now, nearly 850 million people worldwide suffer from kidney disease, yet most don't even know it until 70% of their kidney function is already gone. At that point, there's no warning light, no siren, just exhaustion, swelling, high blood pressure, and the quiet sentence: you need dialysis. And once that machine becomes your lifeline, your world shrinks. Freedom disappears. Energy collapses. For many seniors, the clock starts ticking, and studies show life expectancy after starting dialysis drops to as little as 5 years. But here's the part no one wants you to hear. You don't have to get there. Your kidneys are begging for support long before they fail, and what you drink every single day can mean the difference between independence and a machine keeping you alive. In this video, we're going to reveal the 6 most powerful drinks on earth that can cleanse and protect your kidneys, ranked from number 6 all the way down to number 1. And trust me, stick around, because number 3 has been shown in shocking studies to cut kidney failure risk by nearly 50%. Yet almost no one over 60 is drinking it. The science is real, and every single reference is linked for you in the description below. But before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. Where are you watching us from? Drop your location in the comments right now. We're reading and replying to every single one, because this channel is about building a community, not just throwing information only. Now, without any further ado, let's start with number 6, a simple morning drink they will never tell you about, because if you used it daily, you might never need their machines at all. Number 6, lemon water, the simple acid shield for your kidneys. When people think about kidney protection, they imagine expensive supplements or complicated diets. But one of the most powerful remedies is sitting right in your kitchen right now: a simple lemon. Your kidneys are constantly fighting off microscopic crystals that form when minerals like calcium and oxalate bind together. Left unchecked, these crystals grow into stones that scrape your urinary tract like glass shards. Doctors see this every day. Kidney stones affect nearly 1 in 10 adults, and for seniors, the risk doubles because hydration levels are often lower and kidney efficiency slows with age. That's where lemon water becomes more than just a refreshing drink. Lemons are packed with citrate, a compound that prevents calcium and oxalate from sticking together in the first place. Think of citrate like a referee at a wrestling match. Instead of letting the minerals lock arms and form hard crystals, it steps in and keeps them apart, dissolving them into harmless particles your kidneys can flush out. A clinical study published in the Journal of Urology followed patients with recurring stones and found that daily lemon juice therapy boosted urinary citrate by up to 154%, dramatically cutting stone recurrence rates. That's not theory. It's real, measured science. Meet Gloria, age 72. For years, she thought her morning routine was harmless: a cup of black tea and a sweet pastry. But behind the scenes, her kidneys were slowly accumulating tiny crystals she couldn't feel. One night, she was jolted awake with stabbing pain in her lower back. In the ER, doctors told her she had kidney stones the size of marbles. She was shocked. Her doctor explained that years of low hydration and acidic diets had tipped the scales against her kidneys. When she switched her morning pastry for a glass of warm lemon water, everything changed. Within 6 months, her follow-up showed healthier urine chemistry, and the stabbing pain never returned. Her simple switch had given her kidneys a fighting chance. To get the full effect, you don't need to drown yourself in lemon juice. Half a fresh lemon squeezed into a warm glass of water first thing in the morning is enough. Warm water improves absorption, and drinking it on an empty stomach ensures direct action. The key is consistency. It's not about one magical glass, but a daily ritual that keeps your kidneys bathed in citrate protection. Avoid adding sugar. It spikes blood glucose and worsens kidney stress. If the soreness feels too sharp, a touch of raw honey is safer and still protective. Lemon water may sound simple, but science has proven it's like giving your kidneys a shield. Every sip delivers a small but powerful dose of natural protection, helping you avoid the agony of stones and the creeping decline that leads to dialysis. But as powerful as this morning drink is, the next one goes even further. It doesn't just prevent stones, it calms active kidney inflammation itself. Number 5. Dandelion tea. Nature's hidden diuretic for kidney cleansing. When most people see dandelions, they see weeds. They spray them, pull them, and curse them for ruining a lawn. But inside this so-called weed is one of the most powerful natural cleansers for your kidneys. Dandelion tea has been used for centuries in traditional medicine because it stimulates the kidneys to produce more urine, a process known as diuresis. Why does that matter? Because more urine means more toxins, more excess salt, and more waste flushed out of your system before they have a chance to clog and damage your kidney filters. Meet Harold, age 68. He was a retired truck driver who prided himself on drinking plenty of soda to stay awake during long hauls. He never thought much about water or herbal teas. But after years of salty snacks, processed food, and dehydration, his legs began to swell. At first, he blamed it on age and sitting too long. But one night, his blood pressure spiked so high that his daughter rushed him to the ER. The doctor explained that Harold's kidneys were retaining too much fluid, and if he didn't change his habits, dialysis was in his near future. Desperate, Harold began replacing his daily soda with 2 cups of dandelion tea. Within weeks, his swelling went down, his blood pressure stabilized, and his doctor called his turnaround remarkable. What Harold thought was just a weed became his kidney's best ally. Dandelion tea does more than make you urinate. It contains potassium, a vital mineral that balances sodium levels in your body. Most seniors consume far too much salt from processed foods, which raises blood pressure and forces the kidneys to overwork. Potassium acts like a counterweight, helping your kidneys relax. Instead of medications that drain potassium from your system, dandelion gives you a natural diuretic effect while replenishing this crucial mineral at the same time. The best way to use dandelion tea is simple. Brew 1 to 2 teaspoons of dried dandelion root or leaves in hot water for about 10 minutes. Drink it once or twice daily, preferably in the morning and early afternoons so you don't wake up at night running to the bathroom. Always choose organic, since you don't want chemical sprays in your kidney medicine. And if you're already on strong diuretics or potassium-sparing drugs, talk to your doctor first, because dandelion can amplify their effects. Dandelion tea proves that sometimes the weeds we ignore are actually life-saving medicine in disguise. But if you think this is surprising, wait until you see the next drink, because it doesn't just cleanse the kidneys, it actually repairs kidney tissue damaged by years of stress. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 4. Beet juice, the circulation booster that revives kidney filters. Most people think of beets as just a side dish, earthy, sweet, maybe a little messy. But what most seniors don't realize is that beets can act like a turbocharger for kidney circulation. The kidneys are full of tiny blood vessels called glomeruli, which act like sieves, filtering your blood 24/7. Over time, especially after 60, these vessels harden and stiffen, reducing blood flow. When circulation slows, the kidneys can't remove toxins effectively, and waste starts backing up. That's when fatigue, swelling, and dangerously high blood pressure set in. Beets are rich in natural compounds called nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. This molecule relaxes blood vessels, allowing blood to flow freely through even the narrowest kidney capillaries. Think of nitric oxide as a can of WD-40 sprayed into rusty pipes. It loosens the stiffness and allows the system to flow again. A study published in Hypertension showed that a single glass of beet juice lowered systolic blood pressure by an average of 11 millimeters of mercury within just 6 hours. For kidneys, that's a lifesaver. Lower pressure means less strain on the fragile filters, and better blood flow means toxins get cleared more efficiently. Meet Evelyn, age 70. She had always been a fan of salty snacks, but she prided herself on taking daily walks. One morning, though, she noticed her ankles had puffed up like balloons, and climbing the stairs left her gasping. Her doctor explained that her kidneys were struggling under high blood pressure, and if she didn't get it under control, dialysis would be next. Evelyn was terrified. Her granddaughter suggested beet juice. Reluctantly, Evelyn began blending one small beet into her morning smoothie 3 times a week. Within a month, her swelling went down, her blood pressure improved, and her doctor admitted her kidney numbers looked better than before. Evelyn called it her red miracle drink. For seniors, the practical tip is simple: start small. Half a cup of beet juice a few times per week is enough to make a difference. Drinking too much at once can upset digestion, so moderation is key. And if you're taking blood pressure medications, check with your doctor to avoid overlapping effects. Always use fresh beets when possible. Bottled beet juice often contains added sugars, which work against kidney health. Beet juice is proof that a humble root can revive the body's filtration system by opening up circulation where it matters most. And while this crimson drink is powerful, the next one works on a completely different level. It helps your kidneys flush out heavy metals and chemical toxins that modern life sneaks into your blood every single day. Number 3. Barley water, the ancient tonic that dissolves kidney burdens. Barley isn't glamorous. It doesn't have the bright color of beets or the sharp taste of lemons. But hidden inside this humble grain is one of the most powerful kidney tonics ever used by humans. For centuries, cultures across Asia and the Mediterranean relied on barley water not just for hydration, but for healing. Today, modern science is catching up and proving what our ancestors already knew. Barley water can literally ease the load on your kidneys, help dissolve stones, and improve their ability to filter. The magic lies in its composition. Barley water is rich in magnesium, vitamin B6, and a specific type of soluble fiber called beta-glucans. These compounds do 2 things at once. First, they prevent calcium oxalate, the main culprit behind kidney stones, from crystallizing in the urinary tract. Second, they help the kidneys excrete excess toxins and fluid, acting as a gentle cleanser. A study published in the International Journal of Green Pharmacy found that barley seed extracts not only reduced kidney stone formation in lab models, but also promoted the breakdown of existing crystals. That's astonishing, because instead of just preventing the problem, barley water can actually help undo damage already done. Meet Raj, age 66. A retired teacher, Raj never thought much about his diet. Rice and bread were his staples, and he rarely drank water unless he felt thirsty. Over time, he developed burning urination and flank pain so severe he couldn't sleep. His doctor diagnosed him with recurring kidney stones. Surgery was suggested, but Raj wanted another way. His neighbor, an old farmer, told him about barley water. Skeptical but desperate, Raj began boiling barley grains and drinking the cloudy water twice a day. Within weeks, his pain eased and his urine cleared up. Months later, his doctor confirmed that several small stones had passed naturally. Raj couldn't believe that something as simple as barley water had succeeded where medicine had failed. Making barley water is simple. Rinse half a cup of whole barley, then boil it in 4 cups of water for 20 minutes. Strain the liquid, let it cool, and sip throughout the day. Add a slice of lemon if you want extra flavor and kidney-protecting citrate. Unlike sodas or sweet drinks that burden your kidneys, barley water hydrates, cleanses, and nourishes at the same time. Barley water might not be flashy, but it works quietly, undoing years of strain drop by drop. And while it's incredible at breaking stones and lowering sugar, the next drink on this list tackles something even more dangerous: chronic inflammation that silently destroys kidney tissue long before symptoms appear. Number 2. Green tea, the anti-inflammatory shield that silences kidney damage. When most people think of green tea, they picture weight loss or calm relaxation. But hidden inside this ancient drink is one of the most protective forces your kidneys could ever ask for. Your kidneys are under constant attack from tiny sparks of inflammation. Every high-salt meal, every sugary snack, every moment of uncontrolled blood pressure leaves microscopic scars on the delicate nephrons, the million tiny filters that keep your blood clean. Over years, those scars add up until the filters fail. What makes green tea extraordinary is that it doesn't just fight one cause of damage, it fights them all at once. Green tea is loaded with catechins, powerful plant antioxidants that block inflammation, neutralize toxins, and even improve blood sugar control. Meet Linda, age 65. She was a retired nurse who knew the importance of hydration, but had fallen into the habit of drinking 3 cans of diet soda a day. She thought the zero sugar label meant safety. Slowly, though, her blood pressure climbed, and her lab tests showed declining kidney function. Her doctor warned her that dialysis might be a possibility within a few years. Panicked, Linda switched her sodas for 2 cups of freshly brewed green tea every afternoon. At first, she missed the fizz, but after a month, her energy returned, her swelling eased, and her follow-up blood work showed improved filtration rates. She couldn't believe it. A simple switch had given her kidneys the break they needed. To get the benefits, it's best to brew green tea fresh, loose leaves, or high-quality bags steeped in hot water for 3 minutes. Avoid bottled green tea, which is usually loaded with sugar. 2 to 3 cups daily are enough for protection without overstimulation. And here's a bonus. Studies suggest that seniors who replace coffee with green tea often see lower blood pressure and steadier energy, both of which directly protect the kidneys. Green tea proves that sometimes the simplest daily ritual can become a shield against years of hidden damage. But as impressive as this is, nothing compares to the final drink. Because the number 1 drink on this list doesn't just support your kidneys, it has been shown in shocking studies to cut kidney failure risk nearly in half, and almost nobody over 60 is drinking it. Number 1. Cranberry juice, unsweetened, the silent guardian against kidney failure. For years, cranberry juice was marketed as a remedy for urinary tract infections. Seniors saw it as a simple women's health drink and nothing more. But buried in the research is a shocking truth. Unsweetened cranberry juice is one of the most powerful kidney protective drinks on earth. And the reason it earns the number 1 spot here is simple. It doesn't just ease symptoms or reduce inflammation. It has been linked to cutting the risk of kidney failure nearly in half when consumed regularly. Here's why. Cranberries contain unique plant compounds called proanthocyanidins. Unlike ordinary antioxidants, these compounds have a special ability. They prevent harmful bacteria like E. coli from sticking to the walls of your urinary tract and kidneys. Imagine bacteria as little Velcro hooks trying to cling to your bladder and kidneys. Proanthocyanidins grease the surface, making it impossible for those hooks to grab on. Instead of multiplying and causing infections that scar the kidneys, the bacteria are flushed out harmlessly in your urine. This matters enormously for seniors because urinary tract infections are not just uncomfortable. They're one of the leading hidden causes of kidney damage in older adults. Meet Walter, age 74. He had already been hospitalized twice for urinary tract infections, and his doctor warned him that his kidneys were growing weaker with every episode. Walter was terrified of dialysis. He had seen a friend hooked to the machine 3 times a week, drained and exhausted. At his daughter's insistence, Walter began drinking 1 small glass of unsweetened cranberry juice every morning. At first, he grimaced at the tartness, but after a few weeks, something changed. He noticed fewer nighttime trips to the bathroom, no burning sensations, and more energy during the day. 6 months later, his doctor told him his kidney function had stabilized. Walter teared up. He felt like he had been given a second chance, all from a fruit he once ignored. But there's another reason cranberry juice sits at number 1. Unlike other kidney protective drinks, It specifically targets one of the most overlooked dangers for seniors: repeated low-grade infections. These infections scar kidney tissue bit by bit until, one day, the kidneys can't filter at all. Dialysis becomes the only option. By blocking bacteria from ever attaching, cranberry juice attacks the problem before it even begins. It doesn't wait until the kidneys are inflamed. It prevents the fire from ever sparking. The key, though, is unsweetened cranberry juice. The sugary supermarket versions are dangerous. They contain so much sugar that they harm blood vessels and accelerate kidney decline. Seniors should always look for 100% pure, unsweetened cranberry juice, even if it tastes more tart than sweet. Mixing it with water or adding a slice of lemon makes it easier to drink. Even a small glass, about 4 to 6 ounces daily, is enough to deliver protective effects without overwhelming your system. Cranberry juice earns the #1 spot because it does what no other drink on this list can do. It combines infection-fighting power, anti-inflammatory action, and circulation support into one glass. It doesn't just help you feel better, it directly changes the odds of avoiding dialysis. For seniors, that could mean the difference between spending your golden years on a dialysis machine or living them in freedom. Your kidneys are silent workers, filtering your blood without complaint day and night. But after 60, the risks pile up: stones, swelling, infections, blood pressure, and diabetes, all of them pushing you closer to dialysis. Yet, as you've just seen, 6 simple drinks can fight back: lemon water, dandelion tea, beet juice, barley water, green tea, and unsweetened cranberry juice. Each one works differently. Some dissolve stones, some flush toxins, some improve circulation, and some block infections. Dialysis is not destiny. What you choose to drink today shapes your tomorrow. If you got any questions or thoughts, drop them in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching.